Maayong gabi sa atong viewers. This is Partners-in-Law of Cebu Lady Lawyers Association. I am Attorney Arra Balahadia, and with me is a very banggiitan nga abogada si Attorney Haide Acuna.
Mayong gabi, Arra, ug mayong gabi sa tanan natong mga suking televiewers. I don't know about banggiitang abogada, but definitely banggiitan nga broadcaster. Tungod kay niguang natin sa panibya. O first time din ako mga higala dinhi sa Cebu Lady Lawyers Partners-in-Law o sa CCTN. O nalipay kay ko nga nahatagan aning kahigayunan nga makauban ang atong mga suki. O Ara, karong gabi una, espesyal kayo atong topic kay magtuki ta aning gitawag nato og kanang beauty pageant nga lahi.
Yes.
Oh, unsa kani tawag ato the triple
A Renaissance Cebuana.
Oh. And to help us talk about this mga higala, duha atong mga empowered women nga giimbitar para pagtuki aning nganong naatay gitawag nga Renaissance Cebuana. O aron tabangan ta o aron giyahan ta kung unsa ni about ning Renaissance Cebuana, unsa ni siya nga klase sa search for ambassadors of goodwill and spokeswoman para sa mga kababayan sa Cebu. Ubanan kita karong gabi una sa kanhi provincial board member, and then karon sa kasamtangan siyang consultant for barangay affairs sa office ni Vice Governor Magpale. And of course, tungod kay empowered woman man ni siya sad ang tigduma or ang CEO sa Lacto Biotics Corporation. Wa nay lain ang usa sa mga organizers sa the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana, si Engineer Gigi Sanchez.
Mayong gabi, Attorney Haide. Mayong gabi, Attorney Arra. Sa tanan ninyong suking tingpabinag, congratulations for handling this program with the Lady Lawyers Association Partners-in-Law.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Engineer Gigi. And of course, ang atong epitome of the Renaissance Cebuana, siya karon ang acting governor sa probinsya sa Cebu, ang chairperson sa Provincial Women's Council, ang kampyon sa tanang mga kababayan sa probinsya sa Cebu, wa nay lain kundi si acting governor Agnes Magpale. Mayong gabi, madam.
Mayong gabi, Attorney Haide. Ang gabi isad, Attorney Arra, and of course, my consultant here, Engineer Gigi, and of course, to all your televiewers. Good evening.
Yes, Arra.
So, ma'am, kanang we heard na kaning ato ang AAA Renaissance Cebuana is a project of the Provincial Women's Commission. Can you expound on this AAA Renaissance Cebuana?
Okay, it's a project of the Provincial Women's Commission, the Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and Nangkay Development Corporation. So, kung tugutan ko ni magsugod ta, unsa ang PWC, no? Just a little background. Niadtong 1992, I'm giving my age away, Attorney Arra and Attorney Haide. Primero yung higayon nga I was elected as a legislator of the province. I realized when I was already there that there was not even a committee on women in the provincial board. And so I said, I was the lone lady elected member at that time. Under the new local government code, bag-o ang setup, no?
Yes.
Elected by district ang mga legislators.
Yes.
So I insisted, I remember fighting for it as the only lady member. It was a male-dominated board, and they all said, ngano pa man, naaman ka. And I said, what if nobody gets elected? Who will take care of women's issues? So finally, nasugot sila. Then as we were already there, but you know, the committee in the legislative department was purely legislative in nature. Then I realized I wanted to do more for the women of Cebu. Asa man ako ipaagi ang programa. Thus, nataw ang Provincial Women's Commission. And I'd like to give, credit where credit is due. It was really low ink. You know, remember the legal alternative for women, which is now headed by Ma'am Virgie Santiago, that helped me. Pag sugod yun na mo. You know, we went around, we started as an advocacy group. We went around the province making the women out there aware of their rights, their privileges, the issuances, national laws. There were not too many provincial ordinances at that time, no? And then urging them to organize themselves into groups, meaning that they should have local women councils. So, like I said, we started as an advocacy group. Soon after that, maybe we'd love to think now we were successful because women started to come to my office, battered women, not necessarily wives, but women in relationships, nagreklamo. So, nangayo may budget this time so we could give free legal assistance to women. I even linked with the Celia, the lady women lawyers, para makahatag ta og free legal assistance. And we emphasize to them, no, we're not encouraging separation o palitan mag-asawa, no? But we want to empower these women to make their choices.
But this was even before 9262.
That's true. Ahead pa gani unta.
Yes.
So, but anyway, we were pretty successful. And then, now we had a commission. And by the way, I'd like to make a correction. I am co-chair because like all councils and commissions in the province, it's the governor who chairs.
Right.
So, I'm co-chair. And so later on, nag-anam og kadaghan until rescue operations came, nag-anam og ka-frequent. New crimes that came with technology also came to fore, like cyber pornography.
Yes.
And we just had our hands full. Pero kami sa Provincial Women's Commission, we are always guided by the three principles. First, no, kanag yung elimination of all forms of discrimination and abuses against women.
Yes.
Mauna among mga projects nga gusto. Then, the other one is making sure that government units have good governance for women, meaning the budget is there for GAD, for gender and development.
Yes, kaya mag-unsa man ang project kung walay
budget.
Yes.
And the governor set the tone. He has been very generous to us. That's why we have this project. Ang katulo kanang women empowerment. So under women empowerment, there was even a time when we said, let us encourage the women to run for government positions. So that was 2016. We organized 3 fora wherein we taught the women katong ning lansar sa barangay, how just simple lang filling up the COCs, and then
sa mga requisitos
and COMELEC has been very helpful. That was 2016. Then another way of empowering the women, when they come to us, namo na notice nga nya unsa may imong gusto, ma'am, barangay protection order kinahanglan, etc. And then after that, balik sila. Total makulatahan man lang ko kung mahubog siya, which is about one every week. So, ingon na mo, nga naman, mag-unsa man ko, magkoy mahimo. So, we thought of giving livelihood trainings. Not because we want them to separate from their husband, but to empower them to, para may voice pud sila, no?
Yes, kay kung
naka-income, exactly, oh. And then, I think the men respect you more if you can help
augment the
family. So we have done that the past how many years. We've been to many barangays. So when the idea of coming up with choosing a lady, usa ka babae nga murag ambassadress of the Provincial Women's Commission, it was Miss Melanie Nang of Nangkay, kaya nag-celebrate sila sa ilang 25th anniversary as a development corporation. And maybe she thought of, she's another empowered woman, you know,
of course, everybody
sa Melanie. The
yeah.
second president of the chamber, who is a lady. So she went to my office and she said, you know, we're celebrating and we have this project. And so I said, I like the idea because sa akong pagsuroy-suroy sa kabarangayan, makakita dyan po mga babae nga who would stand out. But maybe they will never have a chance to come to the city and, you know, rise even above on sa iyang position dito.
So speaking of going into the barangays, si Engineer Gigi, ikaw consultant on barangay affairs.
Affairs.
When this idea of the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana. Yung sa manini mo gila-ila nga sa mga kabarangayan nga para pag Agnes sa mga kababayan andito nga uy apil mo ani kay dili ni siya kanang pagwapagwapa lang lahi ni siya nga matang sa search or beauty contest.
Kasi kaning sa Renaissance Cebuana, it actually really depicts the concept of the PWC. Kaya labi na katong mga empowered women nga among nang natudluan for livelihood training. So syempre aside from like cooking banana chips, cooking tocino and all, they have fairly the chance to stand out. Not just dito sa barangay. So, butong ingon si Vice Governor, we are seriously looking for an ambassadress that will
Spokesperson.
as a spokesperson and at the same time kana bitaw truly depicts the essence of a renewed Cebuana. Kayo say man gud karon tungod ang millennials may lahi kayo culture, but we are trying to bring back, renew the culture which was probably been forgotten in the past and link it to the current situation with the millennials.
So kaning inyuhang the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana, kinahanglan na siya
Computer literate sad
siya
siya.
yung mga qualities gud nga dapat na aniya. What are the unsay inyo gipangita, unsay mga requirements nga kana dapat naaagid sila ani nga mga qualities para mahimo siyang Renaissance Cebuana?
Number one, as depicted in our quiz B, importante po nga computer literate kay inevitable naman yun in our current and present time nga mauna na siya kinahanglan nato para mo communicate. Secondly, it would truly depict the essence of a true Cebuana. We're looking for an epitome of a Cebuana, not necessarily katubitang foreigner looking kayo. Oo. I must admit, some pageants may have changed a little bit. So munang Renaissance, we want to bring it back. We want to bring back the old culture para ma-inculcate balik. That has been the message of the Vice Governor kaning Renaissance Cebuana gyud.
But actually, Engineer Gigi, not everyone knows unsay pasabutan ng Renaissance. So, can you expound on that or can you explain nganong kanigid nga word atong gigamit or kaning nga term atong gigamit para sa kaning nga particular nga pageant or search?
There's a story behind it and it's the Vice Governor who can expound.
Okay, they say
Ano
that
Renaissance?
being called a Renaissance man or a Renaissance woman is such a high honor.
Yes. We're actually aiming to it is, of course, it would be a high honor to be the Renaissance Cebuana. Mauna, usa na Attorney Haide sa mga rason, no? And then, of course, we had to kind of brainstorm gid mi niini si Miss Melanie and some members, and then we discovered that one of the meanings also of Renaissance is something different. So, amo na sa nanggisod nga, of course, this is something different. This is not really a beauty pageant. It's looking for somebody with a personality who is athletic. I mean, meaning physically fit, healthy living, yes, and then must be academic. I mean, dili sa good nga taas kay kag IQ, but then you can manage, no? And artistic. You also have art in you, di ba? Naakay talent. Muna nga, there are several phases sa atong selection karon. We started June 1 with a fun run.
Okay.
We had a 5K and a 10K. To our surprise, some 783 registered. We were worried. Of course, we have been going around barangays telling them about this search. Pero this is your term and it is the correct term. Some were really daunted. Unsa man ka ko din ha. But to our surprise, 783 registered. So the top 50 of the 5K and the top 50 of the 10K automatically qualifies for the next phase. So ang next phase, it was the quiz B.
Which was last Saturday.
But it was not just the quiz B, katong Kahoot app ang atong gigamit. Very interesting, no? Daghang kaayong nalingaw. Then the second phase was the conversation or
the question
and answer. Question and answer, where we had 9 judges. And then next, on Saturday, gimove na to Saturday, they will go to my office for their Kaya amo pag-require na mo nga doon na sila to talk, for them to talk about themselves. Mga 1 minute lang exposure to a video talking about their advocacy, on somehow, anything about themselves that is worth listening sa mga Cebuanos out there. And anhin na din himusod ang kuan, the millennials nga, we will count the likes, the number of likes kada
video.
Oh,
Makaboot na sila.
everything is tabulated. They will have scores. They had a score sa run, they had a score sa Kahoot, and they had a scores during the personality katong question and answer. Then this time doon na sa weight ang kanang atong gitawag the likes. We will not count the dislikes. There will do na gyud.
Sige, pero kanino we're going into the mechanics already of the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana, and then we will discuss more on that mga higala sa second segment sa ato ang partners-in-law. This time kauban na nato ang atong mga higala po gikan sa Nangkay Development Corporation nga major partners aning
Major partner.
So please stand by. We will be back.
Welcome back to Partners-in-Law. So we're talking about the AAA Renaissance Cebuana here with Attorney Haide, Acuna.
And of course, kauban na to karon Attorney Arra, ang pinaka-major yun nga partner nga nagmugna aning the search for the Renaissance Cebuana. Wanay lain kundi ang Nangkay Development Corporation. And with us are our partners from Nangkay Development Corporation. First, the project coordinator of the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana, Mr. Kent Dejan.
Nangadlaw sa niya, aming gabi, Attorney Haide Acuna and Attorney Arra.
And of course, ang atong kauban sa lain sa tiyan taga Nangkay Development Corporation, siya ang nahimong game master sa katong quiz B portion sa search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana, si Mr. Myles na ang batanon pa kayo, true millennial.
True millennial.
So, Attorney Arra.
Sir Ken, so we have a AAA mano. So what does this AAA stand for? So can you explain kung unsa ning mga letter A's nato sa atong AAA Renaissance Cebuana?
So AAA stands for we have the athletic, academic, and artistic. So Renaissance Cebuana should have these 3 qualities. So muna first stage na to is the katong marathon last June 9. Di siya giheld sa Capitol, yes. Fun run. We're in more than 700 registered to run during that day. And for the second part, for the academic, which we had last Saturday, together with Mr. Myles na as the game master. And the finale would be on August 31, which is the artistic part of the program.
So kani itong mga kandidata gihas-hasan gid no. So out of the 700 plus who ran, 100 ang pasok sa next phase nga katong gitawag nato nga quiz B and the question and answer portion. Pero dili tanan di ay ang desidido gyud nga mo proceed sa next. Why is that so? Do you have any
what
insight?
What happened, or
ay, murag,
do you have any idea? Anong
we watched the quiz B and it seems na murag ang uban murag nahandok tingali or unsa ba? Nakulbaan na
sort of, yes, nakulbaan sila. Medyo siguro na the overthink siguro nila mga like the usual pageant manggod like kanang kulba kay tanan ng mga Q&A, and which is most na among gidiscuss sa committee nga we had to make it nga dapat comfortable lang sila. If mag Q&A may comfortable lang, one question would be good, then pwede binisaya ang atong pangutana, which is amo sa nang gi-explain na alanjoy ka ng uban sa na sipa ng although hilig yung mga pageant magtanaw manggod ana, and then makita sila ba nga kulba ano niya looking sa Yeah, with a big crowd, nga na wala maanad sa speaking in public, nga na.
Good.
So, mo to, public speaking.
But the fun part, Arra, no, kato sa ilahang quiz B, was the kahoots. Ako, kaabutan na, di ko kasabot, nakaduwa ka
Yeah,
ng kahoots.
wala.
Pero, Myles, tell us about why did you use the kahoots app?
First of all,
is it an app?
First of all, good afternoon, Ms. Acuna. Basically, Kahoot it's a free software online. How it works is there is a main laptop. That's the home laptop where of course under an account where we created the game, the Kahoot, and that is why because there were two portions in the second leg of the competition, which was the academic.
Yes.
I was the game master for again the Kahoot Q and Quiz B challenge. Or say it was basically. Like this. There were 7 categories in the questions. There was questions regarding women's rights and concerns and issues, the province of Cebu, current events,
Trivia about
trivia,
Cebu.
math, science, and technology, and so much so much academic knowledge, which is very necessary for a Renaissance Cebuana. So we utilized the Kahoot software, wherein I created basically all the sets of questions for the second leg, and then there were 10 laptops on the stage in which we hosted the games on the Kahoot software, and then through that the home laptop, the games were basically hosted through question by question questions, basically multiple choice questions.
Well, of course, the laptops were all provided by Nangkai.
Yes, sponsors.
The major sponsor, and then it also helps that Myles here is very, very a good game master. So I noticed the questions were all mga general information and current events, aside from the women's trivia and trivia about Cebu. So what was your impression about the girls' knowledge of all these things?
Well, based on what I saw in the second leg last Saturday, I guess, well, there were some who somewhat fell short, or I would say who perhaps didn't hit what most would be expected, but in general, around more than half really hit the average mark, and there were some who really started soaring when I checked, because every set was 10 questions, which would compose of random questions, which could be of any of the 7 categories. I noticed that although there were some that were able to answer, say, 4 out of 10 questions, I noticed that there were some who answered, like, let's say, 9 out of 10 without even thinking about it. Like, they just clicked immediately.
Or maybe ang uban, dili lang sila mo saka, but because they weren't fast enough.
Or maybe, yes.
In Kahoot's mode, you have to be fast in clicking the right answer.
Because it is not just about getting the answer right, but also getting the answer right as fast as you can, because as time progresses, your chances of scoring high decrease. Because say you click the correct answer, let's say choice letter A, immediately, like 1 second, you score 1,000 points. But say 20 seconds pass, there's only 10 seconds left, and you click choice A, you're correct, you only get, let's say, 400.
So it really helps if you're tech savvy when you play Kahoot.
Yeah, and that's honestly the best part about our academic leg, because it really shows how being an academic Renaissance Cebuana is not just about knowing it, but knowing it quickly, having it as stock knowledge.
Thinking on your toes.
Yeah, thinking on your toes.
But I heard only 48 participated in the quiz B. So what happens during the next round?
Oh, yes. What
only
happens
48.
Well, essentially our original plan, as Ken said, was that we were expecting around 100 to 106 to be there.
Yes.
And the top 50 in terms of scoring would proceed to the final leg, which is the artistic talent segment. What we are going to be doing instead is we are going to let all of them pass to the artistic segment, but their scores will still be tabulated, because the decision on the final Renaissance Cebuana is basically score based, where it's a combination of the second leg, which is the academic score, combined with the artistic side. So your performance in the academic leg is still very important.
It's just 1/3, because 1/3 of the 3 is, diba? So the score from the run, because the score in the run will base on how on your arrival, diba?
Yes.
Sa imong ranking.
Yes, the ranking.
Oo.
And so your score would depends on how ikapila ka nga naabot sa finish line. So kung na sa pinaka last top 50, so gamay na score. So
10 points
much
na.
better kung hinay ka atong part, makabawi ka if sa academic nimo ug sa imong artistic na part. So hit nimong 2/3 sa imong scores. Di ba? So the academic part has a major role kay nasyos nga tunga ganing events, so dapat nagpundo na kadaan kay kung hinay na ka dito sa naka sa bottom part sa katong marathon, nasa kas bottom sa diri sa imong kuan, and then kinahanglan mo excel jud kag pag-ayo sa imong finale, at least makagukod pa ka sa uban.
I understand that there's going to be a video. Each candidate will have a video segment, and then kinahanglan siya mo garner o kanang the most likes and hearts. So unsa man ni sila na hasasan pa gyud ni ang 48 or 47?
Yes, hasasan na siya until ang top 15, which is as explained during the quiz B. 50% siyang scores would come from the Q&A or sa katong quiz B, and 50% would come from sa katong likes. Okay, so kung whoever nga katong combine atong scores, kinsa tong top 15 mao toy mo qualify sa finale.
Sila mo move on to the tawag sa inyong finale gani?
Cebuana got it all.
Cebuana got it all. Sir, ang atuang video no is about 1 minute, and then you have to tell your advocacy.
Yes.
Does it really have to be about women or children, or pwede bisag unsa nga advocacy as long as ganahan ang kandidata?
Yes, as long as kung unsay iyang nagrepresent siyang kagalingon ba, that would show his character, personality, that would entice ba sa iyang mga friends nga mula eksihang kuan nga ay dindot ni siya nga kuan, this is deserving Cebuana.
Pwede siya nako idol. Idol ka.
Click, yes.
Pero kanino, nakoy question, since you're from Nangkay, and then some of the candidates might be too savvy nga kuan sila, engage sila mga bots to produce likes. Pwede ba na? Or how can you tell if kanang some of the candidates can na sila mga bots para lang maka-generate of more likes?
That's why before during the meeting sa committee, amo dyan ang gi-discuss nga there are things nga possible siya ingon na, so we have to make sure nga secured nga tanan nga na-tabulate is nang regular lang siya nga process, or I mean wala gipaagi katong sa like i-mention sa uban nga like both.
Kato ihap sa kuan sa likes, inyong i-check kung tao ba yun sa
check it.
There's a way of checking that?
Yes, we have to check it one by one siguro, or it has 1 month man sa dato ang pagkuana na ang pag-gather, so we have enough time to monitor the likes. Kay if let's say in a week or in a day pila na din ka likes, so mabantayan gyud nimo.
And I search.
Na-monitor. We have to monitor.
You can really check that day kung bots.
Of course, you can always do in-depth research if those profiles are really people.
So Myles, no, kanimi tong kinalang kang naidaghang likes o hearts. So it puts a bit of popularity in the contest.
Yes, essentially it's all about I guess you can say that popularity is a factor.
Or relatability, right?
Yes, of course.
Because you need to reach out to young people. So kung sa video dili kay sila ka-relate nimo, and then how can you convey the message, di ba?
Yes.
So dapat murag ganahan sa gid pud ang tao nimo.
Attorney Haide, na ako'y nabasahan nga kanang it piqued my interest kay ang kaning mga kandidato will undergo a background check. Am I correct?
Oh.
Yeah.
Will you also
will you conduct a background check?
Yes, we'll do a background check for the
yung NBI
Yes.
clearance, right?
Kana siyang background checking is for the top 15 na lang siya.
For the top
ato na
15.
siyang kay we have to check man good if morally upright ang atong candidate nga mo represent sa Provincial Women's Commission.
Yes, that's
so what if we will not judge man good nga their sa iyang look, so we have to background check man sa iyang if morally upright, wala ba na siya
criminal
criminal record, or dili ba na siya kanang like na maligya og drugs sa ilang community. So ingon na nga mga part, there are several like teenage pa nagkuan na sila nag-appeal ngayon ana, so we have to be careful lang Okay, so we have to do background checking.
Including their, I think, social media presence, right?
Of
Kay
course.
makita man sad nimo ang ilahang pamatasan sa pinaagi sa ilang mga posts, di ba? So, I think even some companies do that before they hire art.
Yes.
Tanaw nila unsa imong Twitter feed, unsa imong social media post, hilig ba ka magsipamalika sa
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
Syempre ex gid na.
Yes. Yes, of course.
So
that's
what
why.
happened to those candidates, sir, that you found to be kanang
Unsavory.
kuwang, yeah, kuwang sa
Siyempre, we have to inform them during sa kuan period, during sa katong inigabot sa ma-choose na namo, we have to inform them that we have to do background check, just to make sure nga they are morally upright. And then kay like what I've said, mag-represent man sila sa as a Filipina or as a Cebuana.
So, ikaw Myles, personally, as a young person, you're still in your early 20s?
17, right?
I'm still 17.
17,
Yeah.
17 years old. If you were to look at the spokesperson, what qualities in a spokesperson would you be looking for? As a young person, what do you think is a relatable ambassadress for the PWC?
Well, in the perspective, to put it in the perspective of a typical Cebuano millennial, I think what most people look into for the relatability terms is really just standing up for what she believes in, being fearless, not being afraid of limitations, and seeking past those limitations and trying to bring change to society, make things better for not just her but for those around her.
One of the qualities daw of the millennials are they can see through bitong mga fake baron nga kana advocacy, kanang mga fakers ba. You can sniff the fakes, diba?
And after that, being very blunt about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're so frank and they will call out, in fact, kung kuan man ang iya ka ng fake rin na yung advocacy. So you can tell, right?
Yeah. But and on behalf of Nangkai, we believe that this is a true advocacy in cooperation, of course, with CCCI and PWC. This could really make waves in the Cebuana community, especially for empowering oppressed and, of course, disadvantaged women. This could do so much.
I really hope you find the right girl or the right woman. Because it's so hard, di ba? Kay, sa katulang, ako lang na bantayan sa Quiz B, ang para nako ang kuwang sa mga young people is really the public speaking skills. So perhaps the candidates can work on that. Di ba, total na pa man sila chance. Kaya pa man sila kahimo sa video. That's what I see as something that they can improve on, so they can still earn points tingali for the video. So they have the knowledge, they have the posture, the beauty. In fact, so many of them are beautiful, but the public speaking part is a bit difficult for them. Is public speaking really difficult for young people now because of always being online?
I would say that it actually varies because social media either makes you, I would say, more timid, yes, but yet it actually makes some others more powerful, more vocal towards how they feel and how they think. It really varies among people, but that's why in the Q&A portion we actually saw some who were, of course, their public speaking skills were very well spoken. Not everyone was so timid. So we really saw some gems in our pool of semi-finalists.
Sometimes if you're just used to expressing yourself on Facebook or Twitter or social media, it's difficult when you're face to face with the 7 judges.
It's quite intimidating. Yes.
Well, sa karon pa lang kanang maybe you can also give tips to the Renaissance Cebuanas, what else they can do to garner all those likes and hearts. What can they do during the video part? They introduce themselves.
Just to be just speak for themselves lang ba? Just be natural. They should be comfortable the way they speak.
Genuine.
Yes, right. It should be genuine from the heart, and not faking the let's say you have advocacies as you mentioned, because it will reflect in your appearance also. if you're just making it up, diba? So I believe na kinahanglan nga kung unsa to ilang ang tinuod nga ilang kagalingon, ilang personality dito, pwede nila i-express dito, which is makita man po na sila mga friends, and I know their friends also would share their video and likes their
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
actually, to be very, very simple lang jud. Really, every woman is a diamond, and all you really have to do is shine that diamond. Be yourself lang. You don't have to shift or be anybody else but yourself.
Nakabutan ni Myles.
Has this been your advocacy ever since, or you were just influenced with your mom, or?
I would say my mom, of course. She is, of course, my number one super mom, hero, heroine.
I'm
She's
sure your
always
mom
there.
is very proud of you. And kanino mo balik ta sa kaning pag-discuss aning AAA, the search for a AAA Renaissance Cebuana. When we come back, we will have again our two empowered women, si Engineer Gigi and si Acting Governor Agnes Magpale, to join our two gentlemen here. Please stand by. We will be back.
And we're back here in Partners in Law with Acting Governor Magpale and Engineer Gigi, together with our two men, Attorney Haide
from Nangkay Development, si Kent and Myles. And Attorney Arra, since the search for the AAA Renaissance Cebuana is a contest, doon na dyo'y prize.
Yes, of course.
Also may prize ani Sir Kent.
Yes, Sir Kent.
Okay, so the prices are ang katong mananaog jud sa Renaissance Cebuana is makadawat og 100,000 pesos plus international trip, and mahimo siyang ambassador sa Provincial Women's Commission. And first runner-up would be 40,000 pesos, second runner-up would be 20,000 pesos, and the remaining 12 finalists makadawat og 10,000 pesos each.
So kaning trip for foreign trip for two ni siya, pwede niya dalo niyang mama.
Yes.
Or papa ba ron. Pero kani interesado ko aning mahimo siyang ambassadress or spokesperson para sa PWC. Why include it Gov in the prize?
Importante kaayo, Attorney Haide, no? Kay more than any other time, I think, in the existence of PWC, we need to go out and talk to women and children. And I am referring to daghang kaing request namo karon to talk about cyber pornography, which I believe you have read, no? Pero every week naman may madakpan nga, and it's quite difficult. It's getting difficult to apprehend the perpetrators kay kaniadto ang internet gamiton dunay CPU. Karon cellphone gamay lang. Gani the latest is text me, they can send photos from their cell phones. And it seems that kinahanglan gyud pahibaw-on kining mga kabatan-unan og unsa ang damage na mahimo sa ilang pagkatao. It's not just retrato lang as what some tell us kanang atong mga victims. It's not just retrato yan. The rehabilitation process, it's a long process. So we are going out, we are going to schools, to whoever wants to listen to us. Muna nga, amo ni silang dadon, labi na kay makarelate sa millennials.
So, Engineer Gigi, this is why it's important that the Renaissance Cebuana, the ultimate winner, understands technology and can talk to young people.
And at the same time, ma-relate niya, Attorney Haide, nga unsa gitong kinabuhi sa mga batan-on karon, unsay mga problema pud nila.
Yes.
Not just a pretty face, but somebody, these children, should I say, kaning mga victims or supposedly mahimong biktima sa cybercrime kung dili magbantay bitaw, na they have somebody to look up who is strong, empowered, and at the same time di mahadlok mo balibad sa ginikanan nga di na gyud mata.
O dili lang kanitong proper use of internet,
Yes.
Kay usahay dili tingali sila mabiktima sa cyberpornography, but mabiktima sila sa ilang uyab baron kay tungod kini sila ka mao mo gamit sa kanang teknolohiya.
And in addition, kana bitong ang atong gipangita nga ambassadress kanang matan-aw nila nga maayo sa ilang school, kana bitong somebody they can relate to, they can look forward na mahimong ingon ana sad.
A role model.
So kanida ko kay ni siya nga project ning AAA Renaissance Cebuana, and of course dili ni siya mahimong successful kung walay daghang suporta. So Sir Ken, maybe this is a high time to thank your supporters, and especially the ones who helped put all this thing together, aside from of course our two empowered women here from the Cebu provincial government.
Yeah, so
daghang gining partners from the private sector.
yes. So as part of the 25th anniversary sa Nangkay Development Corporation, so natin mga sponsors para mahimo ni siyang mas effective ang atong program. We have HP, Adobe, HP Enterprise, Lenovo, Microsoft, MSI ECS, Versatech, Acer, Epson, Linotech, and sa katong pag-Quizbee, we have also PLDT and Smart.
And Attorney Haide, by the way, we also timed it. Why the selection process ends in August and why the coronation night is August 31, to coincide with the founding anniversary of the province.
That's right. Which is actually August 6th. It's
The whole month of August.
Activity. So it may coincide just sa Cebu Business Month with the Cebu
Yes,
Chamber
also.
in June.
When we launched it, June.
Yeah, they've been very supportive, the Cebu Business Month, and since this is the first of its kind, Arra, the theme of the CBM for this year is Cebu Innovate.
Innovate Cebu.
Innovate Cebu.
So this is an innovation in the traditional beauty contest.
Yes.
And by the way, let's emphasize no swimsuit competition.
No swimsuit. The briefest were the shorts ilang run.
Are you happy with the no swimsuit, Myles?
It's Renaissance Cebuana. The complete Cebuana.
So how else can the private sector and some of the partners out there who would want to help this project Gov Magpale and help out?
Attorney Haide, where we were thinking and to require them to come sa 31 na ba, in a more formal. You saw the Quizbee, no? They were in their elements, short. But this time, we want them to come in a more formal attire. Or maybe, if possible, a long gown that would look nice. Sa 15 ba finalists? I hate to impose kana nga makagasto na pod ni sila ba. So, if there are, Cebuanos out there who want to come on board and be part of the search for the Renaissance Cebuana, maybe some couturiers can donate. Maybe this is most welcome. Makeup artists also.
Yes. So maybe we can Gigi, we can highlight the Cebu designers as well during the
May unta sa dog makatabang bisag huwam lang dili where they can help. There are 15 kabuok na
the
mga
finalists,
aspiring contestants nga kung mahimo lang makahuwam sila gown for that day. Oo. Mas maayo sad ug matabangan sa mga makeup artist para they will look their best on that day.
Yes.
I'm sure tinabangon man gyud ni ang ang Cebuano community, the arts community actually, which includes the designers and the makeup artists and choreographers, of course, for the finals night.
Yeah, we have already asked pro bono.
Well, of course. So, mga parting words sa atong mga dinapit nga bisita, Arra. So, let's start with Sir Myles and then Ken, and then with the ladies. We'll have the last word. So, Myles, invite them again to support the project.
Okay, well, first and foremost, hi. What can I say naman? The AAA Renaissance Cebuana, an event like no other. We are not just here to find a winner or to bring any all hype. We're here for a cause. With the Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Nangkay Development Corporation, in cooperation with the Cebu provincial government, we are here to to empower women. That's our number one goal, diba? And we strongly do, in behalf of Nangkai Development Corporation, to support this. It's not too late. We are currently still going on with the event as we approach our third and final leg in August 31. Again, where?
August 31 on Cebu Provincial Capital.
In the provincial capital. Please do be there. Further details will come. You can follow us, our page on Facebook, AAA Renaissance Cebuana, and see all of our updates. What we have achieved so far in such a great event, in which we will finally find someone who could represent women from all over Cebu, and it's never too late. So please do check us out on Facebook, and thank you for this opportunity. This ID was Arra.
Pleasure. So, Sir Ken?
So again, I would like to ask the support sa katong mga women out there. We have already some candidates that needs your help for the second for the Facebook page, second part of the second elimination round. So please do follow the AAA Renaissance Cebuana Facebook page, and we'll be posting soon their videos. So that's it.
So, Engineer Gigi, so final words for our audience.
Attorney Haide, thank you. Attorney Arra, thank you kaayo sa inyong pag-invite namo diri. At the same time, sa mga suking televiewers ninyo, salamat kaayo sa inyong pagpaminaw din sa inyong tulumanon nga partners in law. But at the same time, I would also like to add nga, ang Provincial Women's Commission is there for all the women. Katong mga wa pa nakagawas nga naa silang mga problema karon, na amin ni Vice Gov, ang Provincial Women's Commission na anda mo tabang anytime during the day. You can call on us diha sa provincial capital.
Of course, last but not least, our empowered woman and the epitome of the Renaissance Cebuana.
Thank you very much. Daghang kaing salamat, Attorney Haide, Attorney Arra. We need this exposure, and I think Myles said it. The best thing I heard from you guys, when you said, every woman is a diamond, and you have every right to shine. This is what we have been doing all these years, to empower and letting that woman know, come out of your shell. You have every right to shine. Maayong gabi ikanatong tanan.
Maayong gabi na tanan, o maayong gabi sa tanan natong televiewers. Arra, na lamdagan ba ka sa atong live
Nalabdagan kaayo. So I really hope, Gov, na you will find the right girl for this. Thank you very much for coming here and sharing to us, to all our viewers, about the AAA Renaissance Cebuana. And this has been Attorney Arra Balahadia with
Attorney Haide Acuna, ang inyong partners-in-law sa Cebu Lady Lawyers Association.